In this video, I want to look at simplification of indices. So when we're talking about indices are pairs. The analysis and simplification depend on basic interpretations and rules of indices. So we look at the interpretation of indices, but then we also go to rules of indices, which are also called laws of indices. So when talking about indices, is a plural while index is singular. So when we have many index, that is when we have indexes. Okay, so let's look at this number a raised per n. The n here is referred to as power, while a here is referred to as the base. So let's look at the basic interpretations. The first one here is number with zero power, and this is taken as what? As 1. At least any number or anything raised power 0 is 1. So a raised power 0 here, that is 1, and 3 raised power 0, that is 1. So let's look at number with negative power. So a raised power minus 1. This is taken as reciprocal of the result remaining when the negative has been taken away from it. So a raised power what? Minus 1, that is 1 over a, and 2 raised to power minus 3. So when the negative power has been taken away, we have reciprocal of the result remaining. That is, here we have 1 over 2 raised to power 3, and 2 raised to power 3, that is 8. So let's look at a number with fractional power. So number with fractional power, we have a raised to power b over n, and the denominator is taken as the root. You can see the root we have here, okay? While the numerator is what is taken as the power of the result remaining, okay? So looking at this, 8 raised to power 2 over 3, and that gives this 3 becomes the root, and this 2 remains as the power, and we have the cube root of 8 raised to power 2, and that gives what? That gives 2 raised to power 2, that is the cube root of 8 is 2. Alright, and this, the power here, which is 2 here, is this, and 2 raised to power 2, that is 4. So we have numbers with negative fractional powers. So we have 27 raised to power minus 2 over 3, and this one is the combination of the rules above. 27 raised to power minus 2 over 3. Don't forget this negative is taken as reciprocal of everything. So and we are left with what? With 27 raised to power 2 over 3 as the denominator, while this one is the numerator. So the denominator we have here, looking at the power, which is this 3 becomes the root, and this 2 remain as its power, okay? And we have the cube root of 27, that is 3. This power here is this, and we have 1 over 3 raised to power 2, and that gives 1 over 9. 3 raised to power 2, that is 9. Okay, so we can look at the laws or the rules of indices. The first one here is product of numbers with the same base. So we have a raised to power b times a raised to power c. Don't forget product of numbers with the same base. So the same base is what we have here. This is a and this is a. So what do we do? If this one is times, that is the product of numbers with the same base, we take one of the bases, which is this, and we add a powers, which is b plus c. Okay? Now division of numbers. The second law, division of numbers with the same base. The same base, and this is division. So we have, don't forget what we have here, still the same thing as this is division sign, and we take this one as division line. So either this or this is still the same thing, so you apply the same rule to both of them. So what we do is we take one of the bases, which is this, and we subtract the power. So subtract the second one, okay, from the first one. So that is the same thing here. Why the third law is this: numbers with double power. So number with double powers. So we have a raised to power b in brackets raised to power c. So looking at what we have here, when the power, okay, are 2, the powers when are 2, so this is the first one, which is B, and the second one is C. So what we do is we multiply the power. Here we can just remove the bracket and put times there, since bracket is still the same thing as multiplication, and that is raised to power B times C. While the last one we look at, that is numbers with powers and bracket. AB raised to power X, okay, that is number with power and bracket. So by removing the bracket, every number in the bracket has access to the power. So A will take its own power and B will take its own power. So that is raised to power X and B raised to power X. Okay. So let's look at this. 16 raised to power 1 over 8. Now don't forget, this is indices, numbers with what? With power. So how do we go about it? There is a way we can simplify this 16 further so that it will be a number that has power and it will still give us 16. That is, which number can we write so that number will have power and that will still give us 16? So if we have 2 raised to power 4, it's the same thing as 16. So let me just put it in bracket by saying 1 over 8. Okay. So we have, by removing the bracket, we can have 2 raised to power 4. We can put multiplication sign there. Raised to power 2 raised to power 4 times 1 over 8. So from here, 4 here 1, 4 here 2. So we are left with what? With 2 raised to power 1 over 2. You know, 1 times 1, that is 1, and 1 times 2, that is 2. So which is still the same thing as the root of 2. Alright, so let's look at another example. Simplify this. 81 raised to power 3 over 4 minus 27 raised to power 1 over 3 over 3 times 2 raised to power 3. So now, being indices, how can we express 81 so that we write the number with power? Okay. So if we have 9 raised to power 2, that will still give us 81. 3 raised to power 4, that will still give us 81. So which one are we going to use? We can use any of them, but it's better if we use 3 raised to power 4, because one of the powers here has the power of 4. Understand? One of the powers here is 4. Okay. So if we write 3 raised to power 4, so they are very related. One of it can easily cancel out. Okay. So you can have 81 raised to power, that's 3 raised to power what? That is 3 raised to power 4 times the power here, which is what? Which is 3 over 4 minus. Now, how can we write 27 so that it will be a number with power? 3 raised to power 3 times 1 over 3. Okay, over 3 times 2 raised to power 3. So this 4 cancel this 3 cancel this, and we're left with 3 raised to power 3 minus 3 raised to power 1 over what? Over 3 times, okay, 3 raised to power 3, that gives 8. So equals 3 raised to power 3, that is 27, minus 3 raised to power 1, that is 3, over 3 times 8, that is 24. So 27 minus 3, that is 24 over 24, and that is 1. So our answer is 1. So thank you. Kindly subscribe to this channel so that you can have more of our video. Also, you can give comment if perhaps there is any topic you want us to do tutorial on. So you can just comment, give that one in the comment section concerning the topic. So we look into that. Thank you, and also share this video.